Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Factorio Break the Game. My name's Root Negative and let's get cracking. We're going to continue with our buffer storage build, and here is the completed build, done and dusted. Now let's stamp it. Let's turn it into a blueprint so that we can stamp it down over and over and over and over and over again. And yeah, that should give us a full blue belt's worth of compression. So I'm going to put one about here. Unfortunately, that is extremely in the way. So I'm actually going to move this up by one so that this can all fit in nicely. Where was it? Here it is. Perfect. Basically, I'm lining it up on the robot port. That's only going to give me 3. This is a little bit wider than it was before. Now, I had to speed up our production of boxes, and you might have noticed that because I disconnected the iron, no iron was getting produced, so a few problems I had to fix off the camera. However, it all seems to be solved now. So we'll help the bots out as much as we can. We'll throw down a robot port. Throw down another robot port. That robot port's down. Brilliant. And we're going to start to see some really cool stuff happen. We need to deconstruct all of this though, because that's holding useful resources. Oh, look at them. Plagues of them. A flock. A gaggle. A mob. That actually begs the question, what would a group of construction robots be? Would they be a swarm? Would you call it a swarm? Okay, this is one side completed. So we're going to request in that 50 iron ore. We're going to just repeat that across all of them. I was just getting distracted there because little buggers are pissing off with my fast inserters. Now I have no idea how this is going to work because it's on such a scale that I'm not particularly used to building this way. So it's starting to work. Now what I need to do is route through the belts so that we can take it down to the factory. I think that's probably a good place to go from. Something like that. Do that there, and now obviously I should be able to expand this. Oi, he pinched my last belt. That little bugger. Oh, look at it go. We're beginning to see the start of something. I wonder if it's wonderful. Anyway, this should have plenty of storage. So each run can do 2.4k. Each box rather can do 2.4k. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 across. So times by 4, that's 14. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 deep. So we have 15 times 14, that's how many boxes we've got, and each box can hold 2,400 ore. That's a total of 500,000 ore in storage I can hold here in this buffer. So fairly decent, I think. We're still waiting for boxes. Oh, that's not great. Can I build some boxes? I can build 12. Let's build 12 to help them out. Anyway, we need to get this plumbed in. Now, once I've got this down, I can make a ruler. Aha. I'll hook that in shortly. Up to about here. There's only really room for 2 belts, I'm thinking, running down here. Oh, maybe I could get away with 3. Maybe if I took this belt through here. Yeah, I reckon I could actually get away with 3 belts here. I'll do something like that. And then the 3 on the way down would run through there. Okay, let's deconstruct that because it's no longer required. Grab out our ruler again. Just deconstruct this red line because that's no longer needed. Now I'm not sure that working in a 3 belt setup is a wise idea. However, we're running with it. Okay, nice. Apparently I need more belt than that. I don't have enough. I find that amusing. A stack of 50 really doesn't last long these days. We should have a river of iron ore flowing down to our smelters very shortly. That can go away. Okay, is that hooked up to there? Yes, it is. Excellent. So that's down to here. Now we need to sort this out. Then we'll put some splitters in and see if we can make sure that everything is going where it should be. That's interesting. This has bits of red in it. Hold on. To make sure that's upgraded. So I think what I want to do here is just remove this and this very quickly. Yeah, I think that's actually going to work. We still need 116 more boxes to finish up the buffer. However, that's going to make a nice dent in things, and it's going to allow us to store a lot more ore, which I think is a good thing. I'm going to run with that. That looks okay. The 3 lines are moving. Build another 12 boxes. Probably don't need to have so many on request anymore. Now what I want to do is only have 50 ore waiting at max in the passive providers. I think that limiting things on that side are going to give us a nice low storage in the logistics network. Wow, a few bots flying around. This reminds me of that sentinel swarm. There we go. And all of a sudden, dun, 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 we have trains being fully unloaded. I think that's awesome. So we will just do the same here on these. Yeah. Now unfortunately the bots aren't smart enough, and this may result in us having uneven train unloading, which could be a bad thing, and it may require a redesign of the unloading station to ensure that we've got even distribution from the unloading side to the loading side. Okay, so we need to put down that blueprint again because the ghosts have expired. So we will do that now. Well, I'll build the boxes 12 at a time. I'm not ashamed to help out. Yeah, nice. Seems like we're fully unloading that now. I have a copper shortage that I'm currently ignoring, so we may have to go and fix that shortly. Let's have a look here. Nice. So if, for example, one line fills up, so say for example this line here falls up, this requested chest will fill up and then it just won't request anymore, whereas these will keep requesting. That's how it's self-balancing. And same on a larger scale, you get this, for example, fills up, but this one's empty, this will keep requesting. And that's how it self-balances. So that was the theory behind the design, and we're going to have to wait and see if it does, you know, do as I think it'll do. Yeah, that iron mining though, check that out. We are crunching through the iron now. That's really good. So I've got a few more boxes I could help build. And as these get built, we can then start to get an appreciation as to how this is actually going to work, and whether it is going to work or not. So that looks like that's complete. Excellent. Come stand over here next to this one. Just help it build. Okay, I think that we're getting pretty damn close. Pretty dang close indeed. Which should be awesome. Oops, I can't place that. So is that one completed? I know I'm going to miss some. It looks like they are though. Dun 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 dun. The hell? There's just logistics bots just sitting around doing nothing. I do sincerely hope they start to move. You can see the resources are steadily trickling through. Now the thing is that this has some ridiculous bandwidth, right? So you got to remember it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide, 14, 28, and then that's another, and that'll make that 42. Did I do that right? I hope so. Anyway, so 42 times 5 per swing of the thing. So incredible bandwidth of this thing. Nearly as good as logistics bots. Not quite though. I think what I might do is just throw in another couple of roboports, just to ensure that we're getting max throughput here. As you can see, parts of this are very, very busy. What I might actually do is go one. Oi! He pinched me roboport. A little blighter. Anyway. This is a pretty large drain circumstance, and after we start to clear some of the backlog that's up here, it's going to be a little bit better. You can see that we got full compression to here already. Actually, it'll also give us a nice visual representation of how much iron we've got. So, you know, if it's half full, we know that we've got about 1/4 mil just sitting around. Whereas if we're down to the last couple of boxes, you know, that could be time for a panic. Now I'm going to exhaust some outposts very, very quickly doing it this way. It's got no power, but we'll fix that very shortly. 2 and 3. Go. So I reckon those bots that were just sitting around were waiting to be charged. That's what I reckon they were doing. They were being lazy, but understandably so. There we go. So that is my iron buffer storage. Mad Zuri's going to hate me, but Mad, you'll have to get over it, dude, because I think that buffer storage is a good thing. It's going to let me mine resources a lot faster now, which, because of my slow smelting speed, that's going to let me hide the problem a little bit more. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.